Good morning, everyone. I'm here in a parking lot because I need to run into the store. It's a nice sunny morning. It's about 38 degrees, and we may get up to 54 today, but I don't find it too bad because it's not too windy. So I'm thankful for the sunshine, and my chickens are all out in the yard running around, and a couple of them were taking a little dirt bath. And Miss Kitty, she didn't show up this morning, but she did show up last night to eat, and so she may be underneath my trailer sleeping. But anyway, this won't be a long video, but I did want to call you up, and I wanted to straighten something out, or I should say make something clear. I did a video yesterday while taking a very fast walk around the lake. My plan was to walk around the lake and do a video and answer the 10 crochet questions that Granny D had tagged me in a couple months ago. However, I had forgotten. I thought my notebook was in the car. I always keep a notebook in the car to jot things down, and I thought that notebook was in the car that had those questions in my answers, but it wasn't in my car. So on my way there to the lake, when I realized that notebook wasn't in the car, I was thinking, well, what can I talk about? And I thought about talking about the pros and cons of living in a stationary travel trailer like I do and have been for 11 years, going on 12. Next year will be 12 years. And so I talked a little bit about that, and but there was a whole lot more pros and cons I wanted to talk about. But then I got talking about God and how faithful he's been to me and how we can trust him. I talked a little bit about that. But what I wanted to clear up was this. Because I got 2 comments that I had to delete because I don't know why people just can't, write a comment expressing how you feel without leaving out all the profanity. I mean, one comment had a whole bunch of profanity directed towards me in that video, so I deleted that comment and deleted another. And there wasn't really a whole lot of comments, like feedback from that video, and so I'm probably going to delete that video, and that's probably what I'm going to do. But I wanted to call you up and make something clear. When I was talking about living in the travel trailer, I said it several times. I didn't go back and listen and count how many times, but I was talking about me, about my life, my experience living these 11 years in a travel trailer. I was not talking about people in general living in a travel trailer. I can't speak for other people that live in one. I was just sharing about me, my pros and cons, or my thoughts on it. And when I mentioned about the propane tank being empty, I was in no way, I mean, you're gonna believe me or you're not gonna believe me, but it's the truth. I was in no way hinting or asking or begging for any help. I don't do that. I mean, I trust God to help me to manage my finances as best as I can with the little that I get. And hey, God has taken care of me and provided for me before I became a content creator. So I was not looking, and I'm not looking for any help from any YouTube people. That was not my intention at all. Like I say, I trust the Lord. He is the provider. He makes a way when there's no way. He knows my situation. He knows everybody's situation. Everyone's going through something. When you're a child of God, you're a child of the King of Kings. Do you know that? And if you're a child of a king, you don't have to go anywhere begging. In fact, the Bible tells us not even to worry about tomorrow. God's got it all under control. And what I was trying to say was, living in a travel trailer, you have your propane tank. Now, I use my propane for heating up water for dishes and taking shower, and I use my propane for cooking. And I'm thankful that I have a godly landlord that's such a wonderful person, and my bills are included in my rent, which is another blessing. And he's told me, don't use up all your propane trying to heat up that trailer in the cold months. Put electric heaters, and he does not mind about the use of that electricity. I mean, you're not going to find that everywhere. I'm sure there's a lot more or other good people like him, but they're hard to find, and I'm thankful for it. And so I was not hinting, like I say. I wasn't begging, like another person put in a comment. And then they made a remark about begging because I have a PayPal. I don't ever even bring up that PayPal. And the reason why I have a PayPal is because I have a website that I really need to update. But that's the main reason why I have a PayPal, and I don't feel like there's anything wrong with it. If I'm making things and selling them and someone is interested in buying them, well, then go to the PayPal. But I'm not out here asking for help with my bills. Like I say, it didn't offend me. It made me feel bad that maybe I came across that way, because it's not how I wanted to come across at all. And it's almost getting to the point on YouTube that almost no matter what any creator says, for example, I have seen this in some lives and in the comments that go in the chat. Someone will be holding up some yarn, just sharing it. Just sharing, hey, I found this yarn at so-and-so and for this price or whatever, and I'm thinking about making this, and what do you think? Just sharing, what they have. Sharing it with all of us. That's what we're supposed to be doing, I thought, is sharing. And some person will get ugly in the comment, and just, I can't think of an example of a comment, and I don't want to just make anything up, but you know what I mean. They'll come back ugly, like, well, you're spending all your money on that, or whatever. And it works both ways. I've seen people get ugly in the chats, and I've seen content creators get ugly too. I can think of one, and I'm not one to call people out, but this would be an example. Person made something really nice, a garment, and would be so proud of it, which is a good thing. But somebody, say, well, that's a nice color, that's a nice pattern. Did you buy the pattern? Did you make it yourself? Did you combine a bought pattern with some of your own ideas? Just simple questions. People want to know. If you've made something and you're showing it off, be prepared. Someone is going to want to know something. And what's wrong with that? And there's ways to answer people. And this particular creator will come across very, very harsh, offended. Their attitude will be of offense, that they're offended, that how dare someone ask for this pattern. Person wasn't asking for the pattern. They're asking you, did you combine a bought pattern with your own ideas, or was that your own pattern, or did you buy the pattern? Maybe then they would ask, well, is there a link to where I could buy it, or something like that. But when someone just gives a compliment on your work or your colorway that you chose, and then asks just, a question like, well, was that your own or did you combine? They're not, I don't feel like they're coming at you wanting all your ideas. I feel like it's a compliment. But if you come across, biting their head off, you may not see them back again, and you may not care about that either. So it works both ways with the creators and people in chat coming across rude. And there's really no reason for it. There's so much good out here in the Yarny community. People have pulled together and have done things for people in great, great need. And that's wonderful, and that's encouraging. And people have encouraged other people that are just getting started with crochet or knitting or spinning or whatever your craft may be that you're just starting out. I have seen people come to bat and encourage people. And I'm just thinking of all of the good. There's so much good in the Yarny community. And then you get these few they're just unhappy, they're unkind, I don't know, and you try to encourage them or try to smooth over some things, and you just can't. Some people are just happy being miserable, and they're happy being judgmental, and accusing. Why accuse? Why accuse me of asking for help with the butane? I had money for my butane, but then if you've been following me and not just watching that one video and judging me, you'll know that I had lost my keys. The car had been taken apart about 4 or 5 times, not just by me, searching for the keys. I had been back out to the place where I had thought I lost them at least 3 times, searching, and I just couldn't be without the car key, and I had to have a locksmith come, and it wasn't just pennies to have him come out either. So, I had to take from one nest egg to pay for some other necessity that came up, and that's just how it is. So, I don't feel like I need to apologize, because I know my motive was just to share my experience of living in a travel trailer. That was my motive. If it came across another way, I don't know what to say. But, and yes, I'm very thankful for a roof over my head. To the person who said that I was ungrateful, I'm not. I'm very thankful for a roof over my head, and I mentioned that in that video. Maybe that person didn't watch the whole video. I don't know, but I'm just making myself clear. And fasten your seatbelt, because I do plan to do a pro and con video of living in a travel trailer, because I think it may be helpful to some. Some people use travel trailers just for vacationing, and that's really what they're made for. A travel trailer is not made to live in, especially for 11 going on 12 years. They're made for traveling and camping for a little bit, and maybe living in for a year or two, like if maybe you're having a house built or whatever. But they're really not made to live in long periods of time. So I do want to do a pros and cons video. Again, my opinions based on my experience, and I think it will be wonderful to share. And I would hope that that those of you who have lived in a travel trailer for a long period of time would jump in the comments and share your experience. Someone had put in the comment that they just had helped their son redo his travel trailer, and I think that's wonderful. So I would be looking for comments like that when I do make that video. That video, I will apologize that the video wasn't that good, because I started out walking around the lake and it was getting windier and windier, and so I turned back and came into the car then I had to put the camera down while I shut the car door. And so I wasn't prepared, but I'm usually not. I usually don't have anything written down that I'm gonna talk about. It's just that I wonder if this lady can't find her car. See, she came. Can you see her? Oh, that's her truck. She came walking up on the side of my car. Like I say, I usually don't have things written down. I just press the button and call you up and talk with you. But I do have the questions and the answers from Granny D, so I'll be doing that video. And I am gonna write down my thoughts on the pros and cons of living in a travel trailer. So I will be doing that video. I don't know if I'll get to it today, but I just wanted to call you up and clear that up, because it can get kind of out of hand. But anyway, I appreciate everyone. My throat is so dry. I do appreciate everyone, and I thank you for stopping by and watching my videos. And I guess that's it. And I'll talk to you later. Thank you.